I should do some live trading on YouTube. And here are my thoughts about live trading. So it's been a week with a variety of different kinds of plays, both on the small caps, the large caps, the energy stocks, the electric vehicles, including the SPACs as well. So lots of opportunities and for different setups for both on the long side and the short side. So let's get into it. So one opportunity that I really missed out on was Plug, from I think Tuesday. This thing gapped up, and I was long biased on this when the stock was gapping up around the 62, 64s. I did think that we have upside to the 70s, but I just didn't work. You can see I started in on the dips, but once it failed to continue the trend higher, I cut for a small loss. I did come in for a reverse long and decent small profit here, and I tried it again as well, just didn't work. And you can see the stock pretty much consolidated the entire day and held the $61 level really firmly. That level tested once, twice, 3 times, and then it's not until like 1:30 and 2 o'clock power hour the stock finally broke out and went higher into the close and then gapped up overnight. So this is the one stock, it was a small loss, it's okay, but I really wish I kind of captured this opportunity a lot more, but unfortunately it just didn't happen. But I did trade Gme Gamestop. I know this is a stock that squeezed out a lot of shorts. It's a very highly shorted stock. If you check the short interest on Finviz, you can see that GameStop, I think a lot of people have been stuck short since it was like single digits. People were betting on the stock, the company going bankrupt. And for me, this day when it went parabolic, you can see the stock went from $20, $21, and squeezed all the way to $39. I didn't chase on the front side, but I did along the dips. Once I saw the selling slow down around this 32s area. I did get in a little bit early with a starter size, but I did adding on confirmation around 32s, and then I got a nice bounce towards $33 and $34. When stocks like these, they go parabolic, for me, it's always safer to wait for the pullback and wait for the retracement levels. And for me, that was a 32s. And, it was a very decent bounce in 2 points. And the stock sold off and reclaimed and just traded sideways. Very decent opportunity on the long side. In terms of the small caps, they were a little bit slower. If you look at stocks like BMRA and ACOR, this one I was more short biased. The stock, gapped up overnight from $4 to $7.70s. At the open, there was just no bids. It's almost like all the buying was pre-market, and at the open, no one was left buying the stock. So what's everyone who held the stock overnight and everyone who bought pre-market gonna do? When there's no bids, when the stock is not making new highs, this thing can drop a lot further than most people think. So $7, once that level cracked, I went in short. I was expecting bounces to add back in, and be careful what you wish for, because that's exactly what we got here. But thankfully, I trade bigger sizes in the first 2 hours, like I mentioned earlier. So I shorted 7s, added on the small bounces, covered into it, and re-added on weakness. I didn't catch the bottom, but around this levels, covered out most of it, re-shorted some. I was also out of this initial morning shorts by 5.70s. So it was pretty decent, pretty much from $7, 8.60s. Now during the late afternoon reclaim, I did go back for some small size shorts, did lose some money. You can see, I covered for a big chunk of it here, but rescaled back in around the 7s once the same level failed. You can see the $7 level, right? It's pretty much my first entry on the short side. Shorted some and then just covered into the fade, into close. But a smaller trade in the afternoon. So that brings us to today. My main watch on the day was CCIV and also FTFT. Now CCIV, this is up on rumor for the last 3 days. You can see the stock went from $10 to $15, $16, and gapping up to $19 today. The rumor is that they are gonna be in a merger deal with Lucid Motors, but the keyword is that it's all a rumor, right? While while the stock did, had a very decent last 3 days, I think, usually on the spikes like these, you can see it did on this day, a spike to, 15 and just failed. On the spikes like these, a lot of times we see some decent downside, at least some retracement back to previous day close. I mean, it did the exact same thing on this day, right? If you look at a daily candle on this one, this red candle here, this giant wick, that means it spiked in the morning and then got sold off. So today, I'm watching this pre-market levels around the $18 area. Once, I didn't catch the top. I wasn't trying to like top ticket. I was just trying to wait and see how it trends. It could just as well trended higher. But it spiked to 20s and failed and rejected. And that's why I started shorting the stock. I started in small size 1860s, and I added, once you can see this $18 key level failed, I added into the spikes and got a very decent average about, after all the averaging down, after all the ads short on the way down, I had a decent average about 1790s, and I covered into the flushes, and I covered into the final big flush out around the 1650. So that was a very decent trade, and it all happened within the first 30 minutes of the open. Now, once this stock flushed out around the 1650s, I actually flipped long for a tiny scalp around 1650s, and I sold into the bounces. Just because a lot of times these very extended stocks, after they drop so much from pretty much $20 all the way to 16, below the previous day close, you can see we touched the support from yesterday. And a lot of the times when I see buying starts coming in at these lower level supports, big range, right? That's when I'll go in for, a decent size bounce. Now the other stock I didn't get much size on is FTFT. This thing just kind of faded off the pre-market open. So I didn't get a lot of size on this, but decent small wins, they added up. And of course I was out way too early. The stock cracked another 40 cents. Now, let's talk about some losing trades, because like we always said, it's okay to lose in trading as long as the losses are controlled. And for me, one of the losses today is Mara. I did think that we were going to go up higher with Bitcoin, but the price action just wasn't clean. You can see I started in small 25.80s, and even added up here around 26. And the stock just didn't work. Once it dropped to the low of the day, that's when I stopped out almost everything. I got out on the remaining on this small bounce to 26. But this Mara trade on the long side was a loss. They did register for offering, so I think that could be also what that contributed to the pressure, the selling pressure. And also I think Bitcoin reversed a little bit intraday despite the overnight gap up. Another loss, FCEL, this one just didn't work. I did think that we're gonna retest the highs back to 18s. Didn't work. When that long didn't work, I cut it for a small loss. Now, a stock that I really should have done better is Bngo. So I actually, was eyeing the stock for day trade on the long side. Today, they did the offering a couple days ago. 550s, a pretty relatively small offering that got absorbed. And today we're gapping up. The stock regained compliance, and this thing just went parabolic. And I did long the stock early on, right here. I did long it, but it was midday. I didn't think we could do it, and I stopped out most of it. So I only had small size on the long side. And once we went parabolic, I was like, okay, I actually got in and sold the stock, and I flipped short. The short was just a scalp. The long trade would have been very nice if not for the fact that I trimmed a lot of my position around here for break even pretty much. But I didn't think we're gonna do this kind of move until later on. But I think we'll get a lot more opportunities on the long side on this one. I did scalp the stock short, but when I scalp, I'm just covering into the quick scalp on the pullbacks. Like I don't want to keep on holding the stock short when it's a clear daily breakout. But you can see that's the reason I was trying to long the stock. The stock around here, 650s, was trading around here, which is a bullish daily chart. And I did sell into the 7s, but could have done a lot better holding the majority of my long position. But we'll see. I think when I come back in the afternoon, there'll be more opportunities as well. Now it's time for some Q&As. So I've been getting these comments and requests for live trading, like this person Jamie and Waterwise are asking that I should do some live trading on YouTube. So here are my thoughts about live trading, especially on YouTube. You guys all know I'm against alert. These chat room alerts, buying and selling alerts. When I started out, those never helped me because I was busy like trying to follow whoever was trying to announcing the alerts. I'm trying to follow them and watching every single tick on my chart. And especially when they screen share and do live trading, the chart I'm watching is not my own. The chart I'm watching is theirs because I'm trying to follow whoever is sharing the screen and live trading. So that's the reason I'm really against these live trading and chat room alerts, etc. To me, they're the same thing. Like when you share your screen live, especially on YouTube, and with a channel now over 500,000 subscribers, and let's just say 10,000 people watch me trade live. And as you may see, a lot of the stocks I trade on are these low float stocks. That kind of put the two together, right? If you don't know what low float means, go Google it, go read about it yourself. But think about what that could do to the stock and what that could do to the people following live stream. So anyways, that's my opinion on this. And come on, the biggest reason people want to watch me live trade is to follow exactly what I'm doing, to copy my trading, to, follow these alerts. I'm very against chat room alerts, and as you guys may know already, in my first year I was all red. I've blown like 2 accounts following chat room alerts. While I cannot say, oh, it's because of the chat room alerts and blame them, because obviously I lost my own money. Like my first year, I was trying to take it the easy way out. Trying to copy other people's trading so I don't have to think. I can get the easy money, and I totally deserved those losses. Since these chat room alerts, live trading, signals, copy trading, etc., they're all the same thing. Since none of those things actually helped me out as a new trader when I first started 6 years ago. In fact, I think they actually put me, a long ways back. Why would I do that now? Like 6 years later, there's no way I want to do that because that's not going to help you. That's not going to help me. Well, it might help me if I'm trading these low float stocks, but I'm against it because it didn't help me. So I don't think that's going to help you guys out, especially when I know there's a lot of new traders watching my videos. What I believe in is plan your trade and trade your plan, and following risk management and on specific setups. There's no way that one is gonna follow their plan when they're following chat room alerts. And at the end of the day, I just don't want to do something live, publicly on YouTube to over 500,000 people when I know that this thing specifically did not help me out as a new trader. And in fact, it could hurt a lot of other people too. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the bad jokes. If you want to see more day trading content, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more. If you'd like to trade with me daily and get my free weekend watch list and trading journal, make sure to check out the links below for more resources. Stay green, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next time.